The familiar sound of Salvation Army bell ringers signals the holiday season, but this year those bells are ringing with urgency. Donations are falling short and time is running out. The Marietta Salvation Army has raised just under $10,000, an amount Major Todd Hughes says is low. The goal is to raise $40,000. He says by this point in the campaign, they're supposed to be at $25,000 to $30,000 raised. Part of the problem is there aren't enough bell ringers signed up during the week. If more funds are not raised, Major Hughes says it'll affect the help they can give to the community.
This doesn't just benefit the Christmas effort that we do, helping people with presents and food and things like that. This helps fund our programs throughout the year. So it's very important that we get as close to our goal as possible.
Those programs include its food pantry, utility bill aid, and the Sleep Safe program. The deadline for donations is Christmas Eve. Major Hughes says people can give cash and donate online. More details about how to volunteer can be found on our webpage.